Today we will see the data types in C. What is meant by data types? Data types is nothing but which type of data we will use in our programming. Okay, each variable in C has an associated data type. We know that the variable is nothing but the whose value can vary or can change, and each variable in C is associated with a data type. It specifies the type of data that variable can store, like integer, character, floating, double, etc. Each data type requires different amount of memory and has some specific operations which can be performed over it. There are various types of data types. In that, integer is one type of data type, then character is one data type, floating is one data type, and double is one data type, and each data type requires the different amount of memory. Now we see the data types in C can be classified as follows. The first is primitive data types. What is primitive data types? Primitive data types are the most basic data types that are used for representing simple values such as integers, floats, characters. Int, character, float, double, wide. Next is the derived data types. Derived data types means the data types that are derived from the primitive or built-in data types are referred to as derived data types. Derived data types includes arrays. We know that the array is nothing but the array is the collection of data which having the same data type. Collection of data elements which having same data type. Pointer and function. These are the derived data types. Next is user defined data types. The user defined data types are defined by the user. User defined data types include structure, union, and enum. The following are some main primitive data types in C. We know that primitive data types: integer, character, float, double, and void. Now we see the first primitive data type, that is the integer. The integer data type in C is used to store the integer numbers. Integer numbers means any numbers including positive numbers, negative numbers, and 0 without decimal part. Octal values, hexadecimal values, and the decimal values can be stored in int data type. The range of the integer is -21474836482 21474836447, and the integer data type requires the memory size 4 bytes. 4 bytes means 1 byte equal to 8 bit, that means 4 into 8 4 into 8, total 32 bits. Format specifier used for the integer data type is %d. And how to declare a integer variable? We have the syntax int and variable name. Means, for example, integer a or integer b or integer x, we can declare the integer. There are types of integer: unsigned integer, short integer, long integer, and unsigned short integer. Unsigned integer, this is unsigned integer data type in C, is used to store the data values from 0 to positive numbers, but it cannot store negative values. Means unsigned integer stores only positive numbers. Short int, it is lesser in size than the integer by 2 bytes, so can only store the values from -32768 to 32767. Next is long integer, that is the larger version of the integer data type, can store the values greater than int. And next is unsigned short int, similar in relationship with short integer as unsigned integer. The size of integer data type is a compiler dependent, and we can use the size of operator to check the actual size of any data type. Using size of operator, we get the size of data type. Now we see one program to print the integer data types. We know that first we have to include the header file standard input output, that is hash include stdio.h, which having the functions printf and scanf. Then we write the main function integer main. Now we declare the integer value with positive data, that is int a equal to 9. Then we declare the integer value with negative data, that is integer b equal to -9. U is used for unsigned integer, so int c equal to 89u. L is used for long integer in C, so long int d equal to, you take 99998 L. And now we print this all integers. So printf integer value with positive data, we use format specifier %d, comma, variable a. Then integer value with negative data %d b. For unsigned integer we use %u. So printf integer value with an unsigned integer data %u and variable c. And for long int we use ld. So printf integer value with long int data %ld and return 0. Now we will see the output, and we get the output as 9 minus integer value with positive data 9, integer value with negative data -9, integer value with an assigned integer data 89, and integer value with an long int data means long number, large number 99998. In this way the integer data type is completed. Thank you.